If there is the post-war order, that the people who don't want that don't want a post-war order or an order of people cooperating on certain things like health and trade and education. They want to tear it down. Who would have a problem with globalism now? I'm assuming the opposed party then are nationalists. Nationalists are the people who would tend to prefer a sovereign state, not a cooperative of nations. And nationalists want, for instance, tariffs, though modern economies do tend to rely on global trade. You can't shut out the world anymore. There certainly seems to be a group of strutters on the world stage who project power on both sides. One side's always trying to belittle the other and paintbrushing with broad strokes these titles. Not all globalists are corporate, money grabbers, and not all nationalists are authoritarian supremists. Would you say that what I've said is correct or not?
I don't know that it's correct, but I wouldn't say it's incorrect.
That's very polite of you.
I know.
That's very diplomatic.
It's very diplomatic. I'm practicing my diplomacy. The Foreign Office are thinking of employing me. Not. So I don't know, mate. I think that you're right to point out that there are extremes on both sides, right? There are good people on both sides of this. And I'm not so sure that something like Reclaim Party would be a solely nationalistic, pull down the shutters, put up a big wall, we do our own thing. I don't know that they would be looking to do that, because that would go against all forms of capitalistic enterprise. And at the end of the day, Western democracies are anything, they are capitalists. And so they're going to want to trade, they're going to have money coming in, all the rest of it. I think it's more about how the great big unelected bureaucratic powers can reach into the life of the individual and dictate to them to the extent that what you put on a social media site can be taken down because you don't follow that right narrative. And I think that's more of the concern. That's certainly how I would see it. I also think that, yes, they are nationalist in so much as they're looking to maintain sovereignty of countries. That doesn't mean sovereignty in isolation. I think it means sovereignty in cooperation.
Because Brexit has degraded the British economy quite significantly. I think it's gone from the 5th largest to now the 6th or 7th.
It has, but when you're looking at finance over a long period of time, you'll get a dip when certain things happen in the market. So with Brexit, whether you agreed with Brexit, whether you don't agree with Brexit, I think that's immaterial. The fact is Brexit has happened. Now what the United Kingdom should be doing is now looking to forge opportunities outside of the European Union. The European Union may be financially large, but it is one small part of the world. And there are a whole range of other countries in the world that would do business with Britain and do good business with Britain. There's an opportunity there to be taken and to lift Britain out of that little blip, because I just think it's a financial blip, personally. But in a country and in a society where everything is all about money, most Western democracies are driven around capitalism, anything that makes a financial dip is going to be, oh, it's terrible, it's terrible. Well, give me the money and you can lock me up in my house for a week. Yeah, that's fine, but just give me the money. I think the whole thinking needs to change around all of that. All of the stuff around money and state and the collaboration and infusing of big, powerful financial companies into Western state governments really needs to be looked at.